Welcome to Wake Up Global TV.
The official YouTube channel of Wake Up Global Networks.
Get ready to be enlightened,
Inspired,
and uplifted.
What's going on, Patreon? I want to say thank you, especially to all of our new tribal lit Patreon members. I want to say we appreciate you becoming a part of a community that we're going to grow, we're going to develop, and I hope you've been enjoying the content. You know, over this month of August, I kind of took a break. I still tried to throw some clips in as I refresh and get ready as we hit the ground running to bring brand new content. I want you to share this with people that you believe are spiritually growing, want to spiritually evolve. Please share the Patreon. I think you get way more. And the subscription is only so that I know that people appreciate it. You don't know how much time and energy and effort that I have to put in to make sure that I'm giving you quality content and not just running my mouth, gibberish, saying the same thing each and every week. So please tell people, I think with what we give you spiritually, you get way, 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 way more than you put in. I want to say thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you. And let's get it on. Now, I've been talking about the movie Sinners. And I know it's been a while because, you know, on this Patreon, I want it to be a little bit of everything. I want it to be mentorship. I want it to be impartation. I want it to be content, of course. But I don't want it to be a regular, like my YouTube channel. I want this to be much personal. I want to be where we talk about some things. And so while we are still, believe it or not, discussing sinners, and my next topic is going to be talking about the power of the music. We talked about the race in sinners. We talked about the religion in sinners. And again, I believe that it was a profound movie. I believe that there was more accuracy in the movie than there was error. I believe that a lot of people will not understand the movie, depending on with all due respect, what your racial background is. I believe that, not that it's limited, that this movie got so many negative reviews because it was dissected from non-African American individuals. In order to really appreciate the movie Sinners, you had to have some knowledge of the history, some knowledge of history. Okay, so I'm going to pick that up, right? Because that's an ever-running theme, and then I'm going to get into the movie Him. I promised you that. And Him is a little darker, but there's still some truth, and there's a lot of darkness in the movie Him. But eventually, I want to get to anything that can help us understand spirituality and assist us into evolving. Today, I want to talk about, and this was recommended by one of our staff members, Minister Prophetess Kiara Riley, who is our executive assistant. And you know, it's the 25th anniversary of Katrina on August the 30th. 20 years, 2005, 20 years, excuse me, 20th year anniversary of the flood that changed a lot of people's life, including my life. And because there were specials running on it, Spike Lee did a special, she thought that because I have a lot of story to tell that I have yet to tell. And now is just, I'm feeling the release to tell some of my story. I have never really told, and it was through that interview with Prophetess that I began to talk about Katrina but I've never really, I talked about it when I first came back in 2005, but I never really went into the depth of Katrina and how it affected my life and how it affected my ministry. And that's what I want to share a little bit exclusively on Patreon and share some intimate things that I've never shared in publicly. So, and one of the things about talking about this is making sure that I have dealt with the trauma of Katrina because I'm not sure I'm gonna finish it all on this, and I know I won't on this. I'm gonna try to start at the beginning. And Prophetess said this would be good because people don't really know your story. They know I went through Katrina, but they don't know the details and the despair and the desertion that I felt going through it. So let's walk through this. And I want to call this the rebranding of a man. Because although I continued through ministry afterwards, my life was never ever the same, or nothing about my life was the same after Katrina. Now I'm going to start in chronological order as much as I can. And Spirit is going to bring recall and help me to remember details. Because it's in the details that helped to rebrand me. And I think that's important at a certain point when you are a public figure, because it helps people understand why you are the way you are and what made you like you are. And certainly Katrina has helped, for the good or not the good, make me the man I am. So let's start from the beginning. And I'll get into as much as I can. And then the next Patreon, we'll pick this up. But this is an exclusive for Patreon only. I had never planned to leave New Orleans. I left Baltimore in 2002, October. October has always been a transitional month for me. I'm recording this in September. I'm going through another type of transition because October has always been, you have to know your transitional months. I left Baltimore in October 2001. No, 2002. It was very vital for me to leave at that time in order to heal from a lot of massive betrayal, disappointment, failures. And I didn't know until I went to New Orleans, but Spirit knew that, and it's been confirmed since then, that if I had not made that move, no telling where I would be. And I'm talking about I may not be whole. I may not be healed. I could be very bitter. So the door opened for me to take a position as dean of a Bible college. The Darrell, and I'm going to be very specific in this Patreon because I know it's just for Patreon. the Darrell S. Brister Bible College and Theological Seminary. The pain, the disappointment, and the failure that I felt I received here took the taste of pastoring out of my mouth. I did not trust people.